According to the EPA, agricultural runoff in the Corn Belt region of the upper Mississippi River Basin remains a leading source of nitrogen runoff that contributes to the annual hypoxic dead zone in the Gulf of Mexico. The hypoxic dead zone is an area at the mouth of the Mississippi River where it mixes with the Gulf of Mexico. This is an area of little to no oxygen that kills fish and marine life. It has the potential to create toxic algae that shuts down public beaches and makes people sick. This is all caused by nitrogen runoff levels from the Mississippi that have tripled since the 1950s. In the past weeks, I have done extensive research and feel confident explaining the topic of sustainable agriculture. In the next 10 years, sustainable agriculture will need to be implemented in the Corn Belt and across the United States in order to reduce harmful runoff from the Mississippi and to slow the effects of global warming. Today, we'll explore the components of sustainable Today we'll explore how the components of sustainable agriculture must be implemented, not separately, but in tandem to achieve the goal of making farming more sustainable. Now that I've introduced some of the problems that come along with sustainable agriculture, industrial agriculture, let's take a look at the challenge of making farming more sustainable. In the next 10 years, farmers must adjust from industrial farming practices that are harmful to the environment to practices that make farming more sustainable and healthier for the environment. Sustainable agriculture is a movement made by farmers and scientists that are driving to use less harmful chemicals and fertilizers, reducing water usage, and developing healthier soil. A National Geographic article entitled "Feeding 9 Billion" states that farming is the thirstiest user of our most precious water supplies and is also a major polluter, as runoff from fertilizer and manure disrupts fragile lakes, rivers, and coastal ecosystems across the globe. In the past, these consequences were considered the price we had to pay to feed the world. Today, research has proven that sustainable agriculture can not only be healthier for the environment, but it also can be more profitable for the farmer. According to a Sustainable Agriculture Research and Education article titled "What is Sustainable Agriculture?" Sustainable agriculture can be defined in many ways. Ultimately, it seeks to sustain farmers, resources, and communities by promoting farming practices that are profitable, environmentally sound, and good for communities. Sustainable agriculture may be a difficult change for some, but it is not only better for the environment, but also better for the farmer. In the near future, farmers will look to incorporate practices such as cover crops, GMOs, and precision agriculture. These practices contribute to sustainability separately, but are most effective when executed alongside each other. Now, let's discuss a few farming practices that can be implemented to create sustainability when farming. A few practices that contribute to making farming more sustainable are cover crops, GMOs, and precision agriculture. The first practice that I will explain is cover cropping. Cover crops are defined as a non-cash crop grown in addition to the primary cash crop and are planted following the primary cash crop. The main reason for planting cover crops is to maintain a healthy layer of topsoil by preventing erosion, but the benefits extend far beyond that. According to the Sustainable Agriculture Research and Education Program at UC Davis, cover crops have the potential to increase soil organic matter and fertility, reduce erosion, improve soil structure, promote water infiltration, and limit pest and disease outbreaks. The second tactic that improves the sustainability of agriculture is the use of GMOs. GMOs, or genetically modified organisms, are proven to lower agricultural water usage, improve soil health, reduce pesticide use, and provide stability to farms in unpredictable circumstances. GMOs help lower agricultural water use because they can be developed to be drought resistant, which reduces the need to irrigate crops. GMOs improve soil health by utilizing herbicide resistant genes to reduce the need to plow fields. GMOs reduce pesticide use by creating plants that tolerate common pest problems and maintain yields. This helps save good insects such as bees. Although all of these facts support the theory that GMOs are beneficial to the environment and are more consistent for the farmer. The third tool that encourages smarter farming is precision agriculture. Precision agriculture makes farming more sustainable by collecting data from sensors on equipment. In an interview with the Institute of Natural Resources, Professor Joe Luck says, "To me, precision ag has become a catch-all term, but basically it refers to the hardware and software that improve knowledge, decision support to make farming more manageable, sustainable, and profitable. For example, a combine collects yield data that leads to more efficient use of fertilizers such as in hydros. A yield map like this one there shows the yield of the last crop harvested in that field. The green spots on the map are areas where the crop yielded higher. The red spots are areas where the crop yielded lower. Farmers can utilize this by applying more fertilizer where the crops yielded lower and less where the crops applying more where the crops yielded higher and less where the crops yielded lower. This helps to make the application of fertilizer more efficient and helps to reduce harmful runoff off of the field. While all of these practices and tools improve the sustainability of agriculture, they are most effective when implemented together. Sustainability is not something that you can have too much of, so utilizing as many techniques as possible within reason is the best solution for making farming more sustainable. As I conclude, you can see that agricultural sustainability is something that must be improved upon in the near future. In this speech, I explained what sustainable agriculture is and the practices that can be implemented to execute it. In the next 10 years, sustainable agriculture will need to be implemented in the Corn Belt and across the United States in order to reduce harmful runoff and help slow the effects of global warming. Now, you may better understand the challenge of making farming more sustainable and the practices that are being implemented to preserve the environment and its resources.